Hey, welcome back to Centennial Advisors on YouTube. My name is Christopher, Certified Financial Planner Professional. And if you're thinking about taking Social Security the minute you turn 62, you might want to slow down for a second, because today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why it's a no-brainer to defer your Social Security benefits. A couple weeks ago on this channel, we posted a video called 3 Reasons It's a No-Brainer to Take Your Social Security Benefits Sooner. And this is, of course, the counterpart. It should be obvious to you that what fits for some people does not fit for all, and so these 2 videos are designed to be used in tandem to help you get as much information as possible to help you make the decision should you take sooner or later. So be sure to check out that other video too. Reason number 1 why you might want to delay your benefits as late as possible is because you are buying yourself the best raise of your life. What do I mean by that? Well, for most people these days, age 67 is your full retirement age. If you take sooner than that, you are claiming early. And if you take later than that, you are claiming late. And every year that you defer your benefits, you are increasing your benefit by 8% per year. Now, if you're asking yourself, well, Christopher, is 8% per year good or bad? Here's what I want you to do. Go to your boss and ask your boss if you can have a guaranteed 8% raise every year for the next 8 years and see what he says. And then you can let me know if 8% per year is good or bad. I would think of it in this context. Your Social Security benefits are going to be growing, basically, at 8% per year. You should be asking yourself if your retirement portfolio will be growing at more or less than 8% per year, and use that answer to inform your decision. Yes, by deferring, you have a longer period of time that you have to wait in order to get any of your benefits, right? You might have to go several years without any income. But modern medicine means that more and more people are living longer and longer. And so the chances of you breaking even if you need to live, into your 80s or so to break even on Social Security, the chances of you doing that have never been higher. Reason number 2 why you should defer. I'm going to tell you about reason 2 by using a real story with fake names. David was a successful engineer in the semiconductor industry, and he was married to Lisa, and they were married for 45 years. David was a high earner, but Lisa mostly stayed at home with the kids, and so she had a reasonable benefit, but David's was significantly higher. Now, despite this, David was really worried about the financial solvency of the Social Security Administration, and he was really proud of his portfolio. And so for these reasons and others, he wanted to take Social Security benefits as soon as he possibly could, which he then did by filing the month he turned 62. David locked in his Social Security benefit at $2,400 per month. And again, he did that at age 62. Where Lisa, however, got less. She got $2,200 per month, but she was able to get that because she waited until her full retirement age. Now, despite being in seemingly good health, David went to bed with a headache one night, and he never woke up, and he had an aneurysm in his sleep. I can't tell you how many times I've seen the higher income earning spouse really taking the reins for the household's finances, only to then leave behind a widow who is now not only dealing with the grief of loss, but now has to deal with the anxiety that comes with financial insecurity. As his widow, Lisa is eligible to step up to the higher of either her benefit or David's benefit. And in this case, David's was higher by about $200, and so she was able to step up to that amount. She's now getting David's benefit. But here's what Lisa missed out on. Because David claimed as early as he could, he locked in a 30% lower benefit than what he would have gotten at full retirement age. And in fact, if he had deferred all the way until age 70, he would have been entitled to a benefit that would be over $4,000 per month, which then Lisa could have taken over once he passed away. Let me be clear about something. If you are the higher income earning spouse, deferring your benefits is an act of love. It is a gift that you give to the spouse that you leave behind. It does not soften the grief of loss, but it does make that feeling of financial anxiety not as pronounced. Losing a spouse is unbearable as it is. Don't add additional and unnecessary grief to it by being selfish with your Social Security benefit. Reason number 3 why you might want to defer your Social Security benefits is that it gives your portfolio room and time to breathe. What I mean by that is that your Social Security benefits and your retirement income from your portfolio are basically substitutes from one another. You can choose to take your benefits and get income there, or you can choose to sell pieces of your portfolio and get income there. But when you defer your benefits, you're creating this really beautiful window of lower income. And the benefit to that is you can take advantage of a lot of life's greatest pleasures, like Roth conversions, like tax planning, like savvy, tax-efficient portfolio withdrawals. There are a lot of things that you can do when you are unburdened by the fetters of ordinary income. In fact, it's my opinion that you need to use this window as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible, because very soon what will happen is if you don't get control of your portfolio, it will take control over you through things like required distributions and enhanced, or rather increased, Medicare premiums through IRMAA. Social Security timing is not just about a check. It's about controlling when and how much of your portfolio Uncle Sam gets access to. So in closing, is delaying Social Security benefits right for everybody? Of course not. But if you are somebody who is worried about longevity risk, a married couple with dramatically different benefits entitled to you, if you are worried about taking care of your surviving spouse, or if you just want to make sure that you are getting as much out of this system as you put into it, then it might make sense to consider taking benefits later rather than sooner. But in any event, it's going to come down to the hundreds of other things that play a part in somebody's retirement plan. There are so many different things that go into making a retirement plan, and here at Centennial Advisors, our job is to help you cut through the noise. You need to be getting these decisions right. And to do that, you need to be considering some things that you might not know or maybe you've never considered. I always say that if you do things right, you'll only retire once, but here at Centennial Advisors, we retire people every single week. So why not give us a call and find out how we might be able to enrich your financial situation, not just in terms of your Social Security timing, but an all-inclusive, or rather a holistic financial plan that is based off of reason and not just hope. Thank you so much for watching Centennial Advisors on YouTube. Again, my name is Christopher. We have so many different videos on so many different topics, so be sure to check them out. If you liked this one, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, share with your friends, and if you need help with your retirement, you can always reach out to us here at Centennial Advisors by phone, by email, or by carrier pigeon, whatever works for you.